Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Sorry for the delay in video this week. I was having a problem with Camtasia. It wouldn't do any audio, so I didn't want to send you a video with me just talking and you couldn't hear me. But here we are. We are cruising. We're on the other half of the term. We are down into the week of, November 2nd. Looking at my watch to double check. Business disruption. So as the tests go, or quizzes, you are doing one on HRM, Human Resource Management. It's a career path that you could consider. This is why we do a BA 101 class for surveying different industries. HRM, it's all about the people. It's all about taking care of your employees, management, anybody that shows up for work, either W-2 or even 1099s in some capacity. But it's every day is different. So if you're somebody that likes random days and not being able to count on anything being the same, that's HRM. You're dealing with people, and people can be a wild card. And you're dealing with employee benefits. You're dealing with payroll. You're dealing with hiring of people and termination of people, the legal of compliance. You're doing different seminars and motivation and sales training and so forth. It's a myriad of activity in HRM. And then by design, the other chapter you're looking at is employee dynamics and how to create a dynamic culture for employees in 2025, 2026. Things are changing dramatically. And what a Gen X needs in a workplace is much different than a Gen Alpha or a millennial. And how can we satisfy all of those needs? Also, people from different cultures, or there's also making sure that there's respect for people that need accessibilities and accommodations in the workplace. How do we meet all of those needs? So that's what the second chapter is about, chapter 12. Now, the assignment of the week is one of my favorites. It's a team assignment. It's called Business Disruption. And business disruption is what we continue to see time and time and time again currently, and how we're changing industries completely. I was just talking in my on-ground class. I just got out of it. And we were talking about 5 years ago, I would never have thought that I could get anything delivered to my home outside of pizza. Now, everything can be delivered. And becomes a crux point, because if I leave the house, it better be extraordinary. It better be an entertaining experience. And that's a disrupted market right there. We see it in technology quite regularly. There's 3 examples here of business disruption. So what I want you to do as a team is choose something, product or service, that's currently disrupting the marketplace and do a pitch for it. Because oftentimes there have been disruptions that students have presented in this class via online submission that I hadn't heard of. There are some I have. So for example, here's one example. Here's an example, that's redundant, is Canva. Who would have known Canva would be surpassing PowerPoint and Screencast and Prezi of platforms of old? This platform is disrupting how we do our graphic design work, our website development. It's almost for everybody at one keystroke or two, a way to heighten our skill set beyond what we can imagine. So this team chose Canvas Business Disruption. The background, Canvas was founded in 2013. It's hard to believe it was that long ago. I remember being introduced to it in 2016. But it wasn't until 2022 I started getting a lot of students using it. It was pushed by the pandemic, but now you can do almost everything through Canva. And so this is a really good presentation. I want you to see the balance of content and pictures and the visual display that this team presented. This is a really good work product, and also their sources. Now, jumping back out, another good example of business disruption was Waymo. So here's Waymo, and these are examples done by students. Background, meet a better way to move, a company that provides self-driving vehicles for ride-hailing services. Founded in 2009 and released in 2020, and changing the way we do transportation. Really good work here. Again, some facts, thank you and sources. Doesn't have to be long, but it has to be inventive. The hardest part I hear from students about this assignment is finding the disruptor. And they're out there. Do a search and you'll find them. The other good example is PAVE. And this is a third example. It's diagnostics to your vehicle. It's really well produced. I love how they did 3D. The visual display is impressive. It's eye-catching. It's something I would be able to sell this product or service to disrupt even further. So this is another good example. And that would be it for this week. Now going into next week, this is where it gets really fun. This is what is near and dear to my heart because I'm an entrepreneurism coach. You're actually building a startup as a team. And there are examples that I'll go deeper into next week. But think about what you would like to build as a team. It doesn't have to have proof of concept. It doesn't have to have any kind of reality. It's just something that you'd like to launch. And then in week 8, we do a lunch and learn. Week 9, we got Google certification and social media audit. And then finally, you got social purpose. So we're moving quickly. And also, by design, I've said that twice now too, is the harder assignments should happen in the second half of the term because now you have some knowledge and you're building on that knowledge. These are heavier, liftier assignments. You're going to need the whole team rallying together and make this work. If team members do not jump in and participate, please just move forward with the people that are working with you. Also, I had a few people reach out and ask about teams. You're with the same team throughout the term. You are not going to be bounced around to different teams. So enjoy just working with the same people you've already done work product with as you approach the future assignments. But please ping me with an email if you have more questions. If not, I'll see you next week in next week's video. Take care.